I wanted to film another update before the day gets away from me. Please excuse any shadows or yelling kids. These are some seeds I started. Oh, I should have put the date on the sticks. I would say maybe 2 weeks ago. So we've got some stuff growing here. And then I also wanted to show the pots that we normally keep here that aren't normally food production pots. We normally put decorative flowers, but there were some seeds in the compost that I used. So even though I had extra jalapeno plants, which I was going to use for decoration, these squash plants also started growing, as did these tomatoes, and I haven't had the heart to pull them. I've been kind of thinning them as they grow to see which are the strongest, and heavily fertilizing them because I know that tomatoes are heavy feeders. Sorry for the messes. Okay, this is some chamomile that I have growing. And yes, honey.
We want to play with the ice cream truck.
Okay, I'll go get it. These are some herbs.
Yay!
Grapes. And we have grapes growing. You can see them coming in nicely right here. Very exciting. Okay, I'll bring it out in 5 minutes. These are very exciting. This is mini pink popcorn. This should have been eggplant, but I don't think we're gonna get eggplant, but we've got other things coming, so I haven't pulled them. This is carrots and bunching beans, which we've got that, plus the mystery squash from the compost. My supermarket potatoes, they look so good. I'm excited to see. I gotta add more dirt. I'm excited to see, you know, what the potatoes actually look like. But for right now, pretty excited about that. And my pinto beans look lovely. I'm going to have to probably transplant those soon. I just did these bamboo teepees with these cool things that I got on Amazon. And I did it to kind of give the sugar snap peas some structure. This is what they look like. Oops. There. Pretty cool. Beets. And then these. Oh, I didn't know what these were. I thought they were weeds, but they didn't quite look like the usual weeds, so I left them. They're sunflowers. So, the mystery sunflowers will stay. And I'm very excited about them. We had sunflowers here last year, and I guess some seeds must have stayed behind. My marigolds on the borders are coming in nicely. Sorry, allergies. This bed looks pretty good. I just put these supports in for the pole beans yesterday. This bed was half transplant, half seeded. So the not so productive side was freshly seeded, and we've got sprouts, but it doesn't look nearly as impressive as the beds that were from transplant. I've been hand picking little eggs from the cabbage moths off of my leaves and spraying them as needed with neem oil and BT. So that bed looks really good. I finally irrigated this bed. I just have to do this one. It's so much work, but I'll get to it. Maybe later today, maybe not. The red cabbage looks really good. I planted my cabbage way too late. I'll be there in 1 minute. I will be there in 1 minute.
Yay!
I planted my cabbage and broccoli way too late, so it's probably gonna bolt because I was about 2 months behind. I know that people in my zone are harvesting at this point, but oh well, lesson learned for next year. And the tomatoes, I just pruned them. All of the tomatoes, I just pruned them yesterday because I want the bottom to have a free flow of air. So I pretty heavily pruned them. I don't want them to get too bushy. And that's pretty much it. Oh, no, that's not it. I totally forgot this side. So that chimenea broke because it was, I guess, too hot and too cold. But we used automotive glue and my husband put it back together. So I think I'm gonna use it as a planter, maybe for strawberries or some perennial herbs. And speaking of perennial herbs, my mint is doing well, as is my thyme. And then we have the 2 mystery pots. These 2 pots I planted culantro, cilantro, dill, basil, and I don't think I got any of that, but I did get whatever was living in the squash. So I left it. They're not really intended for food production, but they look pretty, they're green, and they're free. So, oh, this zone I just seeded last weekend, and it's like partial shade, partial sun, and gets lots of water. We've got more mystery squash and potentially some pink popcorn. Where do I see it? Let's see. Oh, right there. So there's a couple of corn growing, also some weeds. We'll see what comes up. If not, we'll reseed it with grass, or we'll move the grow bags back here. I don't really know. I don't have a solid plan for this zone. I don't know. Just winging it. Other than that, everything looks decent. I'm not too unhappy. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens this week.